You're seeing behind the curtain right now. The great and powerful Oz. No, sorry. The great fat Oz. I don't know. Or welcome to Oz if I'm bisexual.
You strike me as a wicked guy.
Ketamine.
You're the one wearing all green, bitch.
Is green gay? Is green gay?
No, from Wicked.
Oh, I see. I don't know.
The entire brand was that.
Oh, I didn't know.
It was that and Ariana Grande. Like,
it would be the bi guy that would tell me that. Nobody's ever told me that.
subscribe now.
I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I don't even know what it means, what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Hey, I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Unloading Meat. I am your host, Jared Ralphie Allen, and today on the guest chair, I don't have the couch anymore, it burnt down. I have the one, the only, Zane Trefield. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Jared? How you doing?
Thank you for coming to Bartlesville all the way up here.
Yeah, it's good. Just about 49 miles from my job. I just got off a little bit ago.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Well, shout out to your job.
Yeah. Professional comedian. No, I'm not.
Nah, we all got day jobs, man. Dude.
Well, yeah, there was this comic about 6 weeks ago. He's like saying, you know, you shouldn't talk about your day job because the crowd wants to live their dreams and they want to feel like they're living their dream through you if you're a professional comedian. But I don't know. That guy gives a lot of bad advice. So.
Well, I'm just sitting here like, there's tears to this shit.
Wait,
So
I
it's
can't
like,
say that. He gives a lot of good advice too. He may not. Well, he already doesn't like you. So.
Oh shit.
You
Okay.
probably know who it is.
Off camera, who is it? Who? Oh, you know, we have never even had a conversation, and I've never had a conversation with him until Wednesday or Tuesday when I did the open mic and he was the host. He's like, "Hey, you're up after Zane." And I was like, "Thanks," and he's like, "Uh-huh," and he's walked past. That was our entire thing.
You guys gave a nice heartfelt handshake though.
I try.
Yeah.
I don't try to go out of my way to be a dick unless somebody like comes at me.
Yeah.
I'm good at roasting and improv. I can't help it. I mean, I grew up fat. Like, I know to take the burn away before somebody can, use it as ammo. So it's like I'm already on my back foot, just waiting, just raring to go, just waiting for somebody to say something. I'm like, oh bitch,
Yeah.
oh bitch. But before that happens, I'll handshake. I'm kind. I'm nice. I'm trying to be kosher. I'm trying to be a professional. I'm there to do fucking comedy and make people laugh. I'm not there to fucking start a beef.
Right.
Like, that's the way I just try to present everything. But once you open that can of worms, you're going to regret it. That's just how I try to live my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. We started off weird on the show.
Yeah, no, I
This
don't
whole
know.
show's just going to be us riffing on people we can't talk about.
And we're coming from
How long have you been in comedy, man?
a long time. I started
Good answer.
I'll tell you. I mean, I just don't like to say the year and then you're already judging me. You're like, this guy sucks. I started when I was 18, which was 15 and a half years ago.
Okay.
I took 5 years off. I don't know why I stopped, but I think it was God's timing. Finished up.
God's timing.
Yeah, like Drake. God's plan.
God's plan.
God's plan. Close enough.
A big Drake guy. Fuck Kendrick. No.
Oh, fuck you. I'm Kendrick. Oh, no. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not
After the Super Bowl, man. That one line. You're fucked, Drake. Do you know what Drake was doing during the Super Bowl?
Well, I know, like, right after he had a show. And
He was in Australia doing a show. He purposely scheduled a stadium show during the Super Bowl on the other side of the world in Australia where nobody would watch the Super Bowl. But like, as they're watching Drake, people in the crowd are like, Kendrick did what? Hold on, Drake. Hold on. Oh, oh, fuck.
Hey, say, Drake, I don't know if we're supposed to be here right now.
Say, Drake.
You just got canceled in America. Oh, man, those videos where they're doing the little thing, like those, you put up a good one of those.
You do that too much with your, with your skin, you'll get canceled really quick, man.
Oh, shit. What?
I'm just kidding. That's
Well, I don't know. I mean, I saw a guy in Sweden, which I mean, that's, he was a bus driver in like Sweden, or Norway, same thing.
just doing an accent. Yeah.
I don't know.
You look like you're
wa-
dressed like you just came from Sweden.
Whatever. I'm dressed like I'm fucking Kendrick. Look at these sneakers.
Oh,
I got the
man.
jacket.
There you go, buddy.
You know, I don't have the hat on, but I should. My hair's having a bad hair day. It's okay.
As you're looking at this dude,
And then I even got these like flare jeans at the bottom.
they look like Dragon Ball Z shoes.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know, it just looks. I'm not a big anime guy, but it just reminded me of like Dragon Ball Z armor for like Vegeta.
Okay.
I don't know, nerd.
I mean, I never would have guessed.
How dare I bring up nerd shit in this room of depression? No, I just call this room divorce.
Oh yeah, didn't you? What was the thing you got? Was it you sold a bunch of merch?
Yeah,
and then you got this stuff.
yeah, because like during COVID, like I lost my job at T-Mobile, and I was trying to figure out a way to pay the bills, and I just figured out that there was a lot of collectibles that like people weren't going out during COVID; they were all trapped inside and stuff. But like a lot of these rare collectibles that are like Target exclusives or Walmart exclusives, they were just overflowing shelves in Oklahoma. But they were sold out on like California and New York on the coast because everybody wanted them over there.
Nice.
So I would just buy like 3 or 4 at a time, and I would keep one, and I would sell the rest, and that paid my bills for a good year.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just kind of made this collection like this because like I had collections growing up. Like I think we talked off camera. You have a collection of vintage books, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had collections of like like first edition Harry Potters and stuff like that, and like I collected a whole bunch of Kenner Star Wars back in the day. And then when I moved out, I still had a lot of that stuff in my parents' house. And then when I was 18, they had a house fire. So like all that stuff I had collected in my old room just got ruined.
Dang.
So I didn't collect for years until my second marriage. And then like one day at Vintage Stock, my wife was like, "Hey, isn't that the Megazord that like you never had as a kid?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "It's $50. We should buy it." Oh, bitch.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this.
It started the obsession. And I was like, I can't just have one Megazord, babe. I gotta have the Dragon Zord. I gotta have Titanus. I gotta make the holy trinity of all of them, guys. And then, I gotta have the fucking Thunder Megazord. I gotta have the fucking White Tiger Megazord. Well, and then they fucking, like, Hasbro bought the license to Power Rangers. And, like, Hasbro owns my life now. I am Hasbro's slut, okay? Like, Hasbro owns the license to Power Rangers, My Little Pony, G.I. Joe, Star Wars,
Dang.
Marvel, and then they have, like, Milton Bradley, so, like, all of, like, fucking Monopoly and all those games.
So
like,
they can make the toys for all that.
Yeah.
Those brands, yeah.
And so it's, like, pretty much every, Transformers also. So, like, pretty much everything in this room besides wrestling, Hasbro has a hand in. And yeah,
Hey, why you got to do Justice League like that?
I do have a few DC. That's McFarlane, which apparently they might be losing that license because he's not done so well with it. Who knew that whenever the standard for all action figures is 6 inches, like basically all these inches are 6 inches, all these figures are 6 inches, and Todd McFarlane was like, "Hey, we got the DC license. We're gonna make ours 7 inches. Why? Cause we're different. We're bigger."
Like, because girls like 7 inches more than 6
Yeah.
inches.
But then it became like, oh, the only figures that sell are Batman. So we're just going to make a shitload of Batman. And occasionally you'll get like one Wonder Woman or one Green Lantern. But if you notice, that was like the first year I stopped collecting because it was like, there's already like 20 fucking Batman. And I even have one that lights up. Like,
Dang.
So, it's just like after a while, it's just like, okay, I've gotten the Adam West Batman, I've gotten Kevin Conroy, I've got George Clooney. They may even made a George Clooney with bat nipples. Like they covered the whole line. They made a Val Kilmer. I'm surprised they didn't make him talking because if he has that's a horrible joke.
I just know Val Kilmer because my one of my ex-girlfriends had a thing for older men such as Val Kilmer, especially Val Kilmer.
Well, Val Kilmer had like cancer or something, like, so he lost the ability to speak.
Oh.
And so that's why he didn't act anymore. So I was like, they could have made a Batman with a voice, talking Val Kilmer Batman.
This is my legacy. He will always talk.
Because like as much as like, did you watch the last Top Gun? Top Gun Maverick?
No, not yet.
It's pretty good. Actually, it's a really good movie. It's a pretty good movie.
I bet.
It's awesome to watch in theaters because it took a really good job. It did a really good job of sound design, like making you feel like you're actually in a cockpit. Like it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But sidebar, like the first Top Gun, his partner was fucking Val Kilmer in the first Top Gun. So the was like, is he gonna come back? Is he gonna show up? Is he gonna show up?
Yeah.
He does show up, spoiler alert, but he doesn't have a speaking role. And it's just like, okay, well, that probably got him $1 million. $1.2 million, I think.
$2 million if he had talked.
Yeah. Maybe they could have fixed it on the island of Dr. Moreau.
Hunt, master, hunt.
Yeah, hunt. This fella likes a good hunt.
Yes, that's another Val Kilmer movie that he did.
Yeah.
That was a fucked up movie. That was do you remember like, okay, so like there's all these like movies back in the day that, you know, Hollywood has no original ideas, so everything's a remake or a reboot. So like back in like the early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s, there was a lot of like remakes that should have never been made of like classic sci-fi movies, like fucking, and they were like weird twists on them. Like they had Tim Burton do Planet of the Apes, which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
And the first thing he did was like, yeah, we're gonna change the ending. Why, Tim? Because.
But now there's like 8 Planet of the Apes, and
Yeah.
they all have different endings. So.
Like, yeah, but they kind of made it like a spiritual like success. Like they kind of make sense, like how, because like they show like the origin story, like how it all started as a virus and everything. But like, yeah, like he like basically was like, hey, we're gonna do a reboot of the original Planet of the Apes, but then we're just gonna change the fucking ending. And then he stole that from Jay and Silent Bob. There's a famous story where like, because like at the end of Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, spoiler alert, Mark Wahlberg gets back to Earth. And he thinks he's on an Earth, and he goes up to the Lincoln Memorial, and there's a fucking monkey head on the Lincoln Memorial because the apes have taken over society. Right. And he's like, no! Well, like 3 years earlier, there was a comic called Jay and Silent Bob, and it was like basically a bridge comic between Mallrats and Dogma. And in one of those panels, there's like one where Jay gets knocked out, and he wakes up, and like there's a fucking monkey head being put on the fucking Lincoln Memorial.
Nice.
So Kevin Smith always said like Tim Burton stole that from me.
I bet Mark Wahlberg didn't mind it being a monkey as long as it wasn't an Asian guy.
Oh.
Hey,
That's a Wahlburger.
It was expunged, so did it even happen?
Did we just get a Wahlburgers in Tulsa?
Did we?
I thought there was something about Wahlburgers coming to Oklahoma or something like that. Fucking Marky Mark.
Well, he'll never be able to recover after that joke.
Yeah, he can feel it. Feel the vibrations. Come on.
I guess I'm supposed to be nice to him because I lived in Boston for 2.5 years.
Oh, fuck Mark Wahlberg. That's the title of this episode. Fuck Mark Wahlberg. I will never forgive him for what he did in the Transformers movies, okay? I have a huge problem with the Michael Bay Transformers movies. Mostly because they raped my childhood, but also because for some reason they pivoted, which some would say was a smart pivot. They pivoted from Shia LaBeouf to Mark Wahlberg as the main hero. But they cast Mark Wahlberg with his thick Boston accent as a Texas professor and inventor named Cade Yeager.
Oh, no.
And they had Kelsey Grammer as like the head of the government every 5 minutes going, Mr. Yeager, Mr. Yeager, we have to get Mr. Yeager. And like, they even like have a scene where like they introduce Mark Wahlberg and he's like this inventor in his back Texas shack, and they even have him in a lab coat for one scene. Like, what are you doing? You put a lab coat on Mark Wahlberg, oh yeah, he's smart now? No. He didn't even try to disguise his Boston accent or anything. He's just like Texas farmer rancher Mark Wahlberg, who's also an inventor. Hey guys, we gotta get the Transformers.
Cade Yeager, that's the only whiter name that you would think might do more hate crimes than Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Cade Yeager, Meister.
I just like, even when it was Frasier saying it, I couldn't take Mr. Yeager. Because they were trying to, you could tell they watched Matrix one too many times, and they were really trying to go for that Mr. Anderson. So they were just like, cast Kelsey Grammer and make him say Mr. Yeager 50 fucking times. Which, the worst part of that movie is not even the fucking Mr. Yeager part. It's the Romeo and Juliet law. Do you know about that? Did you ever watch Transformers 4? Like,
No, not 4. No.
it's like Age of Extinction for those that don't know. I'm a nerd. Mark Wahlberg's like 16 or 17-year-old daughter ends up dating like this like 20-year-old dude who's like this rally car driver. And he just busts out and saves him in his rally car. And Mark Wahlberg's like, dude, you're like 20. What are you doing dating my daughter? That's illegal. And they stop the movie. And he goes,
Protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
We dated for a little while. I was a sophomore and he was a senior. It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
We've got a pre-existing juvenile foundational relationship. Statute 2705-3.
What? Texas statute?
No. Why'd they do
why
that?
did they put that in the movie? Like, why did you make us go through that? To make it seem like it's still not okay. Because he's like 20 and she's 17. That means when they started, he was like 18 and she was like, what? I can't do math. 14? That's still gross.
Yeah.
An 18 to 14-year-old?
Yeah.
There's a power dynamic shift right there. And I'm not talking about him being a rally car driver. Michael Bay's a gross pedo. Anyway, welcome, Zane Trefield.
Oh, man.
What would you like to talk about besides pedophilia of Transformers?
I mean, don't sleep on we got some Asian racism in there.
Oh, that's true.
Well, like not punching down, more like punching up at Mark Wahlberg for being a jerk.
I mean, if we wanted to get really Asian, spoiler, the third act of that movie, suddenly they just have to go to China.
Oh,
Just because they wanted it to do well in China. So like the third act of the movie, the entire
Mark Wahlberg went to China?
Yeah. The entire like the third act of the movie is like, we gotta find some ancient Dinobots. Where are they? China. It has nothing to do with the rest of the fucking movie, but we gotta take the entire franchise and move it to China for like 30 minutes.
He's like, I'm gonna clean up with the hate crimes. There's like 1 billion of them I hear.
Say hi to your mother for me. Why is it that you said you lived in Boston for a little bit and I do a better Boston accent than you?
Oh, I wasn't trying to do an impression of him. Hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg over here. I can't do it now when I'm laughing. No, here's a different one.
He started with the Brooklyn. Hey!
Hey, I'm Donnie from Dorchester. I'd like to do stand-up comedy. When I first started doing stand-up, I did it in a laundromat. Whenever I did it there, I like to have a clean set.
Mr. Yeager. That's gonna be your homework. Go back and after this, go watch Transformers 4, and you'll laugh like hysterically how bad that fucking movie is. And it's also like 3 hours long. It's so fucking horrible. Sorry, our whole episode just got derailed because I'm fucking so bad at fucking Mark Wahlberg. Transformers 4.
I'm glad I brought him up then.
Fuck.
Let you vent and breathe a little.
Because as you can see behind you, I'm a big Transformers fan, but only of the actual Transformers, not those fucking Michael Bay pieces of shit. Like, I like my childhood Transformers, okay?
Yeah.
Which, sidebar, the new Transformers movie, the animated one, really good.
It's not like you can transform. Oh, yeah? Well, watch this.
Okay.
Transformers 1, I think it's on Paramount Plus now. But it's like the origin story of like Optimus and them. It's really fucking good. I was surprised by that.
I think you should reach out to Hasbro and try to get them to sponsor you.
Yeah, but I say faggot too much. It's my choice. It's my word.
So there's probably a lot of people who own these toys.
I know. I mean, sometimes it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, right. I heard that one last
Yeah.
time.
No, I did talk to Chartimus Prime. He was a toy collector and he's a YouTuber. I had him on the show, and like he's a big hero of mine, like a guy that I watched during COVID and stuff.
Nice.
And like a lot of my collection is kind of inspired by like his sets and stuff like that because he's a toy reviewer, and he has the hookup with Hasbro and stuff like that. So he kind of has to toy the line sometimes.
Yeah.
Toy the line, pun intended. But he has to watch what he says sometimes, like to be careful because he doesn't want to ruin the relationships and the partnerships. But also that kind of, at the same time, you got to be critical sometimes. You got to point out people's faults a little bit to make them do better. Constructive criticism is better. You're not shitting talking.
Yeah.
That's the problem I also have too. Is like, I know I'm gonna get to the point. I'm very close to getting sponsorship on this show and getting to the next tier on YouTube.
Nice.
And I know there's gonna be some people like, hey, do this for our brand and stuff like that. Like, I don't really want to be a crash grab. I don't really want to do anything. Just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sponsor this because they're giving me money.
Oh yeah.
I want to actually have something that I actually want to talk about or I actually want to use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I don't want to just have to devote 30 minutes to Raid Shadow Legends, who has tried to sponsor me 3 times. Raid Shadow Legends has reached out to my Twitch 3 fucking times and be like, hey, bro, do you want to talk about Raid Shadow Legends? And I'm like, hey, bro, I really don't. Because like, if you can get 5,000 subscribers to download Raid Shadow Legends, we'll give you like so and so money. And I'm like, first of all, you need to change your business model because 5,000 subscribers from one fat ass like this, it ain't happening yet. Second of all, even if I had 5,000 subs that were like diehard wanting to buy whatever I gave them, as soon as I said the words Raid Shadow Legends, they'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Let's talk about it for the next 30 minutes, but then not get paid by them.
Yeah, let's do it. Subscribe now. This episode of Unloading Meat is not brought to you by a therapy app like BetterHelp, even though if you've checked my recent social media, you'd probably say I probably need an app like BetterHelp. So, if you want this fat ass to get into therapy again, reach out to your favorite sponsors. Tell them to hit me up. You know, I'm a 2-time survivor of suicide. Some would say a failure. Don't make me go for the hat trick. Get me sponsored.
Well, I feel the same way about not selling out because, like, I only ordered 35 copies of my new book, like, to sell to friends and
Dude,
people
let's
at
talk
shows.
about it.
Yeah. But,
talk about
like,
this thing
I'd
right
rather somebody buy it who's going to read it and pays me the asking price than someone who's, like, doesn't value it, only wants to give me $10 for it.
Yeah.
And then I know he's not going to read it. So
What's the name of the book? Tell us the name of the book.
it's a poetry book. It's called The Wild Road to Joy, Peace, and Justice, Poems and Jokes by Zane H. Trefield.
Nice. How long did it take you to come up with this, man?
So I'd been writing the poems for about 10 years. And at one point, 2014, I wrote a poem like every day for 50 days so that most of those made it. And then just kept writing. And but yeah, I've known for 10 years I wanted to have a book. And then once I decided to finally publish about a year ago, and then compiling and stuff took a few months. And so it's been out just for over a month now.
Nice, man. Well, congrats,
Yeah,
man. Like,
thank you.
Like, I don't care how many copies. You could have printed 1 copy. You had a plan. You had an idea. You had something that you had a baby that you worked on, and you followed it through to the end, to fruition. You made it. Like, you should be proud. You know what I mean? Like, props to you, bro. Like, that's an incredible achievement to make your own book and have it done all the way to the fucking end to where it's available now.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something to fucking, like, slide on the rug or be, you know, like, oh, yeah, it's special. No. Let those balls drop, buddy. Be proud of this fucking book, man. Like, props to you, man. Not everybody's doing the fucking books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially poetry? Come on, bro.
Yeah, little gay.
I wasn't gonna go there. I was just saying, if you're gonna make a poetry book, own it, motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know how I wasn't owning it. I was just I'm thinking, like, I was just telling you the backstory, which is just like it took a long time to make, and I don't want people to devalue it, and I don't care how much money I make. It's not about that. Like, so
it's about the art.
It's on Amazon, so as many people buy it, they'll keep printing it. But then just me personally, I just have 35 copies.
And I'll put a link up in the description for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're here to promote you or promote, you know, all this, you know, talent, you know, work that you do. Like, this is your, besides just, you know, shitting on Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. That's what I love doing.
Yeah. Oh, as he busts out page 34. Here's the one about Mark Wahlberg.
Easy, it's page 70.
Would you like to read us an excerpt?
Yeah, I want to read you a little so then you can get on Amazon and review the book. You know, a little quid pro quo. little give and take.
And now an excerpt from Zane Trefield's poetry book. The great Zane Trefield, everybody.
Thank you. What topic would you like?
I mean, do I have categories to choose from, or
yeah?
Do you have one about Cade Yeager? I don't think you do.
No.
How about transportation? I don't know.
Transportation. So I do have some jokes about being a bus driver. Get to that at the end. Try not to be too preachy. Some of mine can be. Spoiler alert. Well, so you've read The Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So one of my favorite ones. It's called I think it's called Holden and Jane.
Okay.
So Holden and Jane. I stand before you today with some simple things to say. I passionately adore you. I desire and need you too. You make me flutter, and sometimes I even stutter. Like a bird in a babbling brook, I'm now your open book. You're the catcher in the rye. I'm Holden, about to fly. Just waiting for your beautiful signal. You, my angel, my mountain, my lovely symbol. My Jane, the one so good and pure, the medicine to my ailments, my lifelong cure. So as I wait for your nourishing ointment, I'm full of hope as for a birthday present. Place it in my throat through my parched lips as we sail together on side-by-side ships. Together we will save those going off the embankment, feeding the hungry, offering gentle encouragement, clothing the naked, embracing the dying and hopeless, the lost ones overlooked of perpetual crying, those who for so long have felt voteless. The lost ones oh shit. I guess I repeated. I was repeating it for effect. It's not a typo, I don't think. Hey, I'm a comedian, fucker.
I was with you. I was so with you on that journey. I was going word for word. And then you did. Oh, shit. I tried so hard to keep it professional. And just be like, I'm just going to let him go. I can fix it in post. And then you just kept going into it. I was like, it's so funny.
See, I don't like repeating myself. When I repeat myself in the book, it fucks me up. I'm like, is that a typo?
The closest thing I can compare it to is I watched Metallica at the BOK Center once.
Oh, yeah.
And they were doing the song One, and that starts out with a big James Hetfield solo. And he goes, he's right front, it's all quiet, it's just James Hetfield. He's like, and he makes a song, he makes an air, he goes, he goes, fuck! And he just keeps going. And that's my memory of the song. Every time I hear One now, I just pause and I know I'm going to hear the James Hetfield go, fuck!
You'll never be able to read The Catcher in the Rye this time. Okay. Well, at least I only repeated one line. I didn't repeat two lines.
You got it, girl.
All right. Let's just do the whole stanza again. It's only 6 lines.
And now, more with Zane Trefield.
Together we will save those going off the embankment, feeding the hungry, offering gentle encouragement, clothing the naked, embracing the dying and hopeless, the lost ones, overlooked of perpetual crying, those who for so long have felt voteless, the lost ones overlooked in perpetual crying. We will give them wings until they are flying.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
Even with the small break in the middle, I really enjoyed it. I saw your smile for like a split second when you started again. I was like, I gotta look away. I gotta look away because he's gonna hear me smile back. Like you can hear a smile. I don't know if you know this, but you can hear a smile. Like,
yeah.
It's like as soon as you perked up, your tone changed a little bit too. And I was like, oh, shit, I gotta look away. I'm gonna ruin this song.
You can't ruin what was already ruined.
And scene.
We can't save it. It's not worth saving.
Women and children to the lifeboats now.
Who's playing the violin?
I got that prepared, bitch. I'm a professional.
I like the unique type of stuff. Just make it messy.
Yeah.
I just got this ball that it's got a weird backstory. Like I bought a similar one 6 years ago, right before I went back to Massachusetts to get my stuff for my ex-wife, as I had left her and needed my stuff back. And so I took the ball with me in the car. Same car I'm driving now, except back then it was black. Now it's green. I always pack a bunch of stuff when I'd travel and whatnot. I'd like fill up the car.
Yeah.
And so I had the ball with me, and I just done this dog walking thing with my friend who's, was my comedy mentor, taught me how to do workshops and everything, Sterling Smith. So I have the ball. There's this field. I decided to like go and just kick the ball around the field. I kicked the ball pretty far. It rolls down by this lake. The lake's frozen. So then I have this brilliant idea to walk across the frozen lake about 300, 400 feet to the other side. So I start walking out. I get about halfway across. I start hearing cracks. So then I get down, I start bear crawling, just like, and even with that, I still break through and my legs go in the water. As you can like imagine from physics, I shouldn't have been able to pull myself out. The ice was already broken.
Yeah.
It wasn't even strong enough as it was. Like I shouldn't have been able to pull myself out. But I did, and I pulled myself out. 2 people saw me shortly after that. They sent out a rescue team, ended up getting saved off the lake, but not from going to the mental hospital the next day. So I went there, spent there like 13 days in there. So anyway, it was all because of a silly green ball. So I found a similar green ball at Walmart yesterday. And so now I have this idea to like take it up on stage and just play around with it and just do all kinds of weird stuff.
That story went everywhere,
Yeah.
including Walmart for a silly green ball.
Walmart, yeah. As it should.
I'm just saying, the whole, maybe it's in there. If that's not a poem yet, it should be. The whole like you walking through the ice and then take to the other side, like that was poetry. The way you were saying it.
Yeah.
That's something you should possibly work into something because like that was there's something there.
Okay.
Especially how what you phrased it, like going to the other side and stuff like that. Like, there's something there, brother. Like,
okay,
there's some legs there.
Yeah,
like, just the way you told it started out was like there's something there.
Oh,
Not besides just besides trauma.
Jared, my therapist.
Yeah.
The only way I can treat you is if you subscribe to Unloading Meat.
Yeah, subscribe now.
Every week.
Well, I mean, I said that this week I broke up with my girlfriend, so I was like, time to hit open mics. I can't get into therapy right now.
Yeah.
Gotta deal with it somehow.
Exactly.
Make it funny.
You had some good stuff this week about it.
Thank you, buddy.
Enjoyed it.
Like, I'm that's always appreciative to hear. Like, I'm not knocking any comic or anything like that. I never want to knock anybody's approach or anything like that because like everybody's doing their own work in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
But like for a lot of us, that are hitting up the same open mics occasionally, you tend to hear a lot of the same jokes over and over. And sometimes you tune it out or something like that. So a lot of times it's like hard to hear a lot of the new humor sometimes. Because also you get it. I get it. Like if somebody has a show coming up or something like that, they want to kind of like dial in their set. So they're going to try to do their greatest hits and try to make sure it's good, right? That's what the mic is there for. It's a fucking gym. It's there to work out whatever you need to work it out.
Yeah.
But when you can write something raw, or write something that literally, most of that I wrote literally as I'm driving up there or writing it in the crowd then, and for somebody to be like, hey, that was some good shit, that means a lot. You know what I mean? Because also like, it means that you guys heard something new. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just nice all around.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, yeah, sure thing. I believe the same sort of thing. Like say someone's really gifted at comedy and whatnot, they could make anything funny.
Yeah.
So like I lean towards giving them more credit if they're gonna use it for something that's either means something to them or can like help the crowd with something or make the crowd think about a higher purpose. Like the Dave Chappelle's of the world. Like if you can do that and like they leave and they're better people after, I'm like that's the best kind of comedy.
Yeah. Agreed. Like, I mean, and it's like there's no one way to do this. There's no like I hate gatekeepers. I hate fucking the people like, oh, you got to do this way. Or like, I've said it on this podcast. Like when I first started out, I had a lot of people be like, oh, you should have shown this person, this person, this person on your podcast. Why? Well, they've been in the scene for like 5 years. Okay, but have they reached out to me? Are they an asshole? Are they good? Have they done anything in that 5 years? Like, there's a lot of things I got to know before I just book them as a guest just because they've been here. And at the same time, those same people were like, oh, you shouldn't have so-and-so on the show because they're so new.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, you don't get like to judge what I put on the show. Like I go by a certain criteria. I want to like see people putting fucking effort into it and like actually, if you're fucking doing your craft, if you're fucking doing something that's like, you have a book, if you're there week to week doing the fucking hustle, I want to talk to you eventually.
Yeah.
And I want to make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig that. And it's putting in the work is so commendable. I mean, you could be doing it 2 months, but if you're out 4 or 5 days a week doing 7, 8 mics, it's like you're doing it.
That's also like why I like doing this, because like, how much conversation, how much can I get to know you 5 minutes at a fucking open mic when it's very dark, quiet, and we're all trying to work on our sets?
None.
But if I can sit down for an hour and actually have a good conversation with you, get to know like your backstory and stuff, typically after the end of this, we're friends.
Friends go jogging at the track. Friends borrow money, never pay it back. Friends do not let friends do crack. Friends go out and grab a snack. Friends drink beer in the sun.
Unlike girlfriends, they don't mind if you have more than one. Friends tell you when your fly's undone.
Your fly's undone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if we weren't already.
for sure.
I've had a few that have been transactional, that were like, as soon as the lights went off, they're like, bye. Was one.
I can see that.
That one was weird. And I think having a conversation and having a good rapport back and forth leads to better fucking views, leads to better, content creation.
Yeah.
Like, me and you are getting along pretty chipper right now. We're having good risk back and forth because there's a fucking, a mutual fucking, I guess, respect there, you'd say.
Yeah. That also plays a big thing into regular just comedy the day-to-day. So I'll say, like, when I started doing it regularly in Tulsa 10 years ago, 2014, like, there was not a good community. It was a lot of gatekeepers. It was like, I was very similar to as I am now, was back then, but like, nobody embraced me. And so it definitely capped how good I could be. Like, I didn't have the same confidence to go up stage. I wasn't able to write as good of jokes because everything was like, yeah, okay, yes, but, or like, for example, whenever the old comedy parlor downtown, they said they were trying to book some people like clean to be host clean shows and whatnot, and like I could do that, and I was already like as funny as a lot of the people, and so like I told some of the like gatekeepers or one of them or something like, yeah, I want to be considered for a host. Like, they just like mocked me because I hadn't been doing it very long.
Yeah,
and like that was kind of the going thing in Tulsa. And then I had a guy basically tell me that if I didn't fix my stuff, which was just too long of setups in between laughs, and then what I wore on stage, then like if I didn't take that critique, then I was going to be banned from doing Looney Bins open mic. And when I fought back on that, then I couldn't perform at another open mic because he's like, oh, this is a close-knit scene, like we can't have one person. And so there was a lot of that. There wasn't like the good like,
man, my story sounds so familiar to yours or similar to yours.
Yeah.
Like, I said it on this podcast, I was banned for the Looney Bin for a while. I thought I was banned. I started, at this point, it was almost 16 years ago. I tried doing comedy at Looney Bin. And I did 2 sets.
What year was it? It's important. Year and month.
At this point, it's 2025, it's 16. So that would have been
2009?
2009.
What month?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I started July 15th, 2009.
Okay.
So,
do you know the name Bill?
Yeah. Was he hosting back then?
Yeah, he was hosting back then. He was my friend. I worked at Game Exchange in Claremore, and he would like come in and like trade shit because he was always on pills. But anyway, he was the host. He invited me out. I did 2 sets, and on the second set, he said, "Hey, they didn't like what you said. You're banned."
Ooh.
And I was devastated because at the time I was 20, and Looney Bin was like the only thing I knew about in Tulsa as far as comedy stuff. So I was crushed. So I just gave up. Yeah. I found out like a couple years later that they didn't even know who the fuck I was. It was just yeah. Like, my joke wasn't even that bad. Like, basically my joke was like, Jesus was a carpenter, right? So like, what if he was up there, in his natural pose, and he got a splinter, and he's like, who made this?
That's not offensive at all.
I thought it was a good joke.
You didn't even go like boner wood,
No, I just thought it was a good joke. Check out the brand new luxurious UnloadingMeat.com, your one-stop shop for all things meat. I gave up for a long time, and then a couple years ago, 2 years ago at this point, Katie Style had an open mic at Tulsa Comedy Club, and was like, I just went up there and did it, and this was like October or November of 2022 or 2023. 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember. But I did it, and as we're getting ready to go up, I'm one of the last 3 people up. She gets handed a note from Coach, the guy that owns fucking Tulsa Comedy Club. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah. And she goes, I'm sorry, guys, we're running out of time. The next two people only get 4 minutes. Up next, Jared Ralphie Allen. And that was my first time doing comedy in almost 15 years. And I had to shave off a minute as I'm walking up to the stage.
Wow.
So I'm like, and I just proceeded to, I guess, I don't remember a lot of that set, but I just remember I basically gave a comparison of how me and my ex-wife gave blowjobs.
How about you? It might be your first blowjob.
Yeah, of course.
How long did it take for the guy to come? Did you hear that? I said, you remember your first blowjob? He said, yeah. I said, how long did it take for the guy to come?
And I leaned over the stool and did it, but I got through it. Yeah. And then I kind of got the jitters out, like, okay, I kind of want to perform again. And so I stopped for a while, and then in like January of the next year, this would have been 2024 or 3. The year's fucking
probably 3 if you've been doing it like 2 years.
Yeah, 2023 is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
Because I launched this. Yeah, so it would have been 2023. Roscoe was doing a open mic at Tulsa Comedy Club, and I went out there and I did a set. And he was basically like, hey, if we call your name, you're one of these 5 people, come see us afterwards. And it was me, Juju Rashad, and I can't remember the other 3. But we were 5 people that they thought were funny. And
nice.
It was right when Juju first started too, like doing this. And he was like, Roscoe and Katie were like, hey, come out to the Colony afterwards. We're doing an after party. We'd like to bring you out and just invite you.
Oh, cool.
So we went out to the Colony, and I guess that was the night that, what's his name? Oh, God. He was going to he's in the military. Jesse
Willett.
Jesse Willett, yes. Jesse Willett was getting ready to get deployed or go over. And so everybody was like going away party kind of thing at the Colony. So like everybody who's who from like rock music, fucking comedy, burlesque, Missy and all them were there. Like everybody was just there, and it was like a who's who of fucking comedy. And I was just a fucking wallflower. I was just sitting there smoking my vape, just like I don't know fucking anybody. And Roscoe saw that. I'll never fucking, if anybody has an opinion on Roscoe or anything like that, I don't fucking give a fuck, because I'll always be gracious to this man, because he did one thing. He saw me being a loner at the fucking bar, and he went and grabbed me and he put his arm around me, and he walked me to every single person in that bar, and he goes, this is Jared Ralphie Allen. He did comedy tonight. Very funny. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But he went one by one and introduced me to Missy, Zach Amon, fucking Connor, somebody was doing fucking music. Just introduced me to like 30 different people. It was like Jared Ralphie Allen did comedy tonight, very funny. And that's how I met everybody, and that's what turned this into this, because I was like, there's so much fucking talent in Tulsa. I should do a show about this. I should talk to these people.
Yeah.
And that one night caused me to start interviewing these people. And
yeah, that's awesome.
So like that's kind of my story of like, I gave up for a while, and then like I gave up for so long that when I came back during COVID, I was like, I want to build a podcast. I want to have something where if I'm going to do comedy again, they can't take it away from me. I have something to fall back on, to where if something happens, I got something to show for it. So before I went back into comedy, like I did that Katie Style show, and then I did the Roscoe open mic, and then I launched Unloading Meat that same month.
Oh, nice.
And my first guests were AJ was my friend, and then my first 2 guests that I booked were Lynn K and Missy, Little Miss MG, and that's because I met them at fucking Colony.
Yeah.
And like it was just that's what caused all this, started all this. This episode of Unloading Meat is not brought to you by your favorite box delivery food service like HelloFresh or ButcherBox, but it could be. And honestly, it probably should be. Have you seen this guy? I'm a full-time fat ass. And honestly, if I had one of those subscriptions, I probably would lose quite a bit of weight, because I've looked at the food and it looks pretty damn delicious. I mean, all food looks delicious to me. That's kind of the problem. But if you want to stop these fake ads, make sure to reach out to your favorite company like HelloFresh and tell them to sponsor Unloading Meat. Now, back to the show. Welcome back to Unloading Meat with Zane Trefield, man. What's up, buddy? We didn't just entirely just shit on Tulsa comedy for 20 minutes and have to bleep it all. Subscribe to our Patreon now.
Hurt people. We don't hurt people, but we talk about the hurt that these people have caused us.
It's called trauma bonding, folks. That's what you do when you're comedians. It's just dick jokes and trauma bonding. That's what open mics are.
Yeah. There's another, I won't say his name so we can keep it in.
As we get back from talking about
No, there's a notable comic down in central Oklahoma that has similar type like BS that was done against him, but now he's just fought back and like he's doing really well.
Yeah.
So would you want to come out and do comedy on the corner?
Yeah, man, I do it.
Yeah. It'd be good. It's
it's gotta be it's gotta be a pretty sturdy corner.
I mean, that's
it's usually cement. That'll be good.
not yeah.
Can we do it at that one spot where fucking Sly Stallone was fucking in the center of Tulsa?
Horse.
Yeah. No, so we do it at 2nd and Elgin in front of the Dilly Diner.
Nice. What days do you guys do it?
Saturday, usually
Okay.
like 10 to 1.
Okay. Every other weekend I have my kids, so just we'll have to schedule it out. But I'll be down to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like tell us a little more about that. What is Comedy on the Corner?
Yeah, it's a show I started February 2021. It's I just go out there, maybe me, one other person, maybe a few people, and we just take turns on the mic, and we have a sound box, tip jar, and then we riff, we tell one-liners, we do observational humor. You know, there's lots to talk about. People driving by crazy, you know, people dressed all interestingly, just whatever is fun to talk about, we talk about. And then sometimes we roast people. Sometimes, you know, I'll ask if they want to be roasted, or if I can just tell it's fine, then I'll roast them. But I don't like to do it so much where like they leave like unhappy, because it's like, you know, comedy can be a blessing or a curse, but like we shouldn't use it as a curse of others. Like just because we can do it doesn't mean we should do it.
Use our powers for good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe if you have me on the show, we can do like, you know, it's downtown Tulsa, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna punch down. I'm just gonna make a commentary on it. But maybe we can play a game show of like, how homeless do you look? And as everybody pedestrians walk by, we're like, are you homeless? Well, you look it.
Yeah.
Dress better, bitch. Like, have some fashion sense. You got the money. And then if they actually are homeless, we give them a burger. Like,
there we go.
see,
Yeah.
we help the community in more ways than one. We either shame or feed.
Yeah, that's usually how roasts are.
Isn't that how Christianity works? I don't know.
Hey, Matthew 10:8, heal the sick, raise the dead.
Oh, fuck, zombies?
I
Oh, well, Jesus.
once found a notebook in a deserted building that was set to be demoed, and it's basically how to survive. It was written by a guy high on drugs, and it's how to survive a zombie apocalypse, written unironically. And I kept it because I was doing construction in that building. I'm like, this is good shit. It's just like making fun of this guy after his writing.
You were literally like, are you a gamer at all?
No, not too much.
The game The Last of Us. It's a zombie survival kind of game, right? It's like set in the future where like a zombie outbreak kind of happens.
Uh-huh.
Throughout the game, there's little manuals that are just hidden everywhere people have made, and you just pick them up, and that's how you learn new skills.
Well,
it's just like this random dead survivor had this fucking survival manual that he wrote on for like 30 days. And you're like, oh, now I know how to reload faster.
I guess we're just living in a video game.
So that's gonna be an honor. You're +2 stamina or something.
Well, so that book, I kept it and everything, and then I had this idea once when I was doing comedy in Boston. It was the idea, that's a good joke in my book, and then and so on the notebook I wrote my book, and then I would like hold it up and be like, look, it says it's a good joke in my book.
I only take it out every once in a while. Most of the stuff's on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But my daughter's got this for me for Father's Day.
Oh, nice. Dad
and
joke.
it's a dad joke book where it's a notebook and every page starts with a dad joke.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah. That's
and so
great.
like I start the day and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna write my set. So like last night, the joke was, what did one ocean say to the other ocean?
See you later.
Nothing. They just waved.
Nice.
Yeah. And on that I wrote faggot. No. No, but like every day, it's just like a little nice thing like I see for my kids.
Yeah.
And like that's like an inspirational thing for me. For my actual joke book.
I once took some serious persecution for a dad joke. So a year ago, I was coming back from Atlanta. I'd gone all around the country to watch the Rangers. I'd watched them in 4 cities over 11 days.
Weird flex, but okay.
Well, whatever. It's part of the story, bitch.
Were you singing the Walker?
Sorry, there was 2 games in 1 city. It was just Tulsa.
Were you also singing the Walker Texas Ranger theme song? And the eyes of a ranger are upon you. That's a deep cut.
I was doing it all. I was living my best superfan life.
You're a Texas Ranger superfan?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Apparently.
You like toys?
The pitch was touche, sir. Touche.
So I called into the radio
Okay,
show.
I'm just gonna say, if you had a room full of all this, and then you had a room full of nothing but Texas Rangers memorabilia,
I'd like my Texas Rangers.
I'll just say which one would get you more pussy.
Neither.
Ladies, subscribe now. Either room. That's the sound of vaginas drying up.
Hey, ladies, join. You can be the first one.
They walk into a Texas Rangers fucking like Hall of Fame memorabilia thing, and their pussies are drier than those fucking gloves. Okay.
Hey, that's why they use the oil on the leather. Artificial moisture.
That's a muff mitten. Anyway, subscribe now.
So I'm coming back.
You're coming? What?
I'm gonna come.
From Atlanta. I mean, hot Atlanta. Hot Atlanta, ladies.
Oh.
But so I decided to call into the post-game Texas Rangers radio show for the first time.
Yeah.
And also kind of flex that I had just been all around the country watching them because I'm like, I should get some credit here, you know? So I call in. I also dropped the fact that I'm a comedian and I'm doing comedy along the way, you know, more flexing and stuff. And so the guy, he's like the host, Mike Peasley, which, yeah, I did just
shout out Mike Peasley.
No, it's not going to be good. I've already slammed him on my special, too. He's had his day in court. So I call in, I'd say, you know, traveling, blah, blah, doing comedy. He's, oh, cool, you're a comedian. Tell us a joke. Tell us a joke.
I hate that.
Yeah, no, I hate it much worse after what shit goes down. So, and then I also made the mistake of prefacing it. Nothing good.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing good comes after a preface.
Nah.
So
let me set the stage for you, boys and girls.
So I said, okay.
Picture, if you will.
But I didn't have a joke prepared, so I just went off what I'd been using a lot. I said, I'm tired of not being able to talk to my Chinese friend, so I'm going to get us matching high tops so we can converse. But no, not Mike Peasley. He couldn't give me any nice laughs because he's a good person. No, he had to dead silence, pause. A dad joke? Really? You're going to give us a dad joke?
Oh.
There's 1 million unemployed comedians on the couches, and you're going to give us a dad joke? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck you, Mike Peasley.
Yeah, right. Oh, but what's worse, that was April. Like August, he drops one of the worst dad jokes mid-game. Mid-game. And so then I had to tweet at him and be like, oh, that was a dad joke from a dad joke hater. But then I deleted it because I'm a pussy.
See, I got 2 similar stories that like remind me of that. It's like I called in once. Do you remember Loveline back in the day? Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Where like you could call in and get love advice or sex advice. Like it was a syndicated show, boys and girls, back in the day. Before like the internet was really big and before you could just Google whatever fucking was happening with your dick. You would have to call into a radio show to figure out why your boner wasn't working. So there was this syndicated show called Loveline. It was hosted by Dr. Drew before he was psycho and, you know, so fucking pro-Trump that it's fucking scary. And Adam Carolla before even the Man Show. They were doing this show. It was a radio show in L.A. Mm-hmm. And I called in one time and I talked to Adam Carolla. And I don't remember what all of it happened, but I remember like at the end they go, I love you, Adam. He goes, I love your penis.
There you go. It's way cooler than what Mike Peasley told me.
And then like the other thing I want to bring up is like I hate when people are like, oh, you're a comedian, tell me a joke. I had it work to my benefit once though, because I was buying this camcorder for a show. I was going to do a live show and I needed a new camcorder. And I was buying it on Facebook Marketplace. And the guy was like, hey, if you're a good comedian, if you tell me a good joke and make me laugh, I'll knock off $20 off of this. I was like, okay.
It's a paid gig.
Yeah. I was like, so you have Oklahoma native through and through? He goes, yeah. I was like, show of hands. Anybody else think Timothy McVeigh was just really bad at Jenga? And he was like, I don't want to laugh at that. I was like, yeah, man, I did that joke once, Oklahoma City. Boy, did it bomb. He's like, okay, I'll take $20 off of that. And I'm still using his fucking like his tripod right now.
Nice.
We can wrap it up there, man. With fucking like,
yeah.
We used our comedy for good right there, right? Fuck
Yeah,
Timothy McVeigh.
He's dead. That's punching down.
Okay, Terry Nichols. I don't know. Is he still alive or is he on death row? I don't fucking know. Well, dude, thank you so much for driving up here and being an awesome friend, being an awesome, like, just a peer to also talk to. Because, like, I truly think of you as a peer, man. Like, you're doing the hustle, you're doing your shows, you got your fucking book. Like, you're saying fuck gatekeepers just like I am a little bit. But also, it's just like, you're just you. You know what I mean? You're authentically you. So, like, I relate to that. And I really appreciate people just being their authentic selves.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Like, thank you for taking the time out of your day to come up here. Thank you for, especially just after you get off work.
Yeah.
Like, bro, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm always grateful for people making the drive up here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for having me. You know, you have a great gig up here. You know, you put a lot of work into it. And, you know, it's great for, you know, to make us comedians look good and sound good and everything. So we appreciate it.
Well, no problem, man.
Like, just keep fighting, you know, because good always wins. Yeah. So it can't keep you down.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. And where can everybody find the great Zane Trefield if they want to book you or they want to follow you?
My house. Just come knock on my door and
I'm in social media. Like, where can I follow you?
You can come outside. You can follow me home. I have a really bright green Civic. Okay.
Stefano, cue the Akon Lonely song.
Zane Trefield on pretty much all platforms.
Nice.
ZaneTrefield.
Nice, man. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for being just being awesomely you.
Thanks, man.
Guys, this has been Zane Trefield. I'm Jared Ralphie Allen. This has been Unloading Meat. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.